Hello, I'm Gary Quinn, and welcome to another episode of Ready, Set, Live. My guest today is Theresa Cheung, international best-selling author and regarded as one of the world's leading dream decoders. She works closely with scientists and neuroscientists researching consciousness and is a media go-to for expert opinion on dreams, intuition, and the paranormal. Since graduating with a master's in theology and English from King's College, Cambridge University, Theresa has written numerous international best-selling spiritual books that have been translated into over 40 languages and 2 top Sunday Times 10 titles. Don't go away. I'll be right back with Theresa Cheung. Welcome to the show, Theresa, live from London.
Lovely to meet you, Gary. How exciting.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You know, you have such a tapestry of incredible work. Was it something that I know your parents, did they have the gift or were you a little girl, and how did it all come to pass?
Well, I had a very alternative upbringing. I was born into a family of traveling psychics and spiritualists, where dream decoding, consulting tarot cards, numerology, mediumship was the order of the day. So that's how I grew up, really. I was home educated, and somehow I still look back and think, how did this happen? I was awarded a place at King's College, Cambridge University, to read theology and English, and that's where I found out that not everybody dream decodes and sees angels or believes in life after death, etc. It was a real learning curve, but I was very grateful for the opportunity to study there and get some academic rigor into my writing and my research. And since then, I've been blessed with many opportunities to write about, I guess, my upbringing. I often say that I think my many titles are an attempt to understand my own family.
Exactly.
And the atmosphere I was what I was brought up in, and it became so natural to me to research it and write about it, and that's what I've been doing, and I hope I will continue to do, and I'm probably in the next life I will continue to do it after that.
Excellent. You know, a lot of people, think dreams are windows to the future. What exactly are dreams?
Well, they're those stories, sensations, feelings, sounds, symbols that we experience behind our eyes every night when we fall asleep. And then we wake up and we remember some of them, not all of them. We remember some of them. That's the kind of general explanation of them. But I believe they are so much more than that. To quote Dune, the movie, they are messages from your deep. They are your inner therapist, your inner power, your portal to the world of spirit, and they have priceless, precious wisdom to impart to you night after night. And it breaks my heart that people wake up and dismiss them as, oh, just a dream. So much more than that. And my mission is to get everybody to start recalling their dreams more, writing them down, decoding their meaning, and learning and growing with the support of their dreaming mind.
Now, sometimes I know I haven't dreamt in a while, but I think I sometimes have to program my mind to say I want to dream, or is it just because the information is on the surface and we have to get that information out that night or the next morning? Or can you, before you go to bed, say, I want to dream? Is that?
Yeah, you can. It's like the way you can program yourself to wake up naturally at a certain time. I also recommend that. You can go to sleep and say, I want to wake up at 7, and chances are you often do. So if you go to sleep at night and say, I want to remember my dreams, you're going to increase the chances of that happening. What you focus on in that twilight zone just before you slip away to slumberland is very, very impressionable time. Your brain remembers. So please do that, everyone, if you want to increase your dream recall. Before you go to sleep at night, put your head on the pillow and say, I'm going to have wonderful dreams. I'm going to learn and discover so much. And then in the morning, I'm going to remember them and I'm going to write them down. Tell yourself that. and you will not regret it. But one of the reasons people don't recall their dreams is what happens is their waking life, the material, the external, has become a little bit dominant, too dominant, and the dream recall doesn't stand a chance. It can't break through, because dreams come from the subtle land of the unconscious, which is gentle, and it doesn't stand a chance in the waking world often, which is ego, reason, and logic. Because in the dream state, of course, there is no reason and logic. It's completely absent. You can have everything else in the dream state apart from reason and logic. But as soon as you wake up, your rational mind is going towards the practical, the logical, and any whisperings from your intuition, your unconscious, are silenced. And that's why many of us forget. Many of us also forget because we're conditioned to do so from an early age, be it from parents or carers or teachers or colleagues or friends. We've been told dreams are random firings of the brain. And I'm delighted to say to everyone that even sleep and dream research now is suggesting they are not just random firings of the brain. Something infinitely creative is going on in your brain. And even dream researchers now and sleep researchers who study them scientifically are grudgingly admitting that dream recall, dream work is really good for you. It's a sign of a very active brain that's alive and really functioning well. So it's a sign of holistic well-being as well.
Is it also, I know if it's sleep, if you go into the REM sleep, is there, how long does it take to start dreaming? And is dreaming like meditation in a way?
It is in a way, because many of our dreams we kind of observe, don't we, the action? And that's what meditation is. It's observing our thoughts and understanding that we are not our thoughts, our feelings. There's a part of us that's separate and can observe. And in the dream state, you can often do that. However, sometimes in the dreams, you're right in the thick of it and it's almost like it's real. That's not terribly meditative. However, I do understand what you're saying, because I believe it was the Dalai Lama who said the greatest meditation is sleep.
Right.
But I think that you can use them in that way. But for me, they are dynamic tools for self-awareness, and also tools to connect you to your inner psychic, and to remind you every morning when you wake up that there's more to you than your body, even your mind. There's a part of you that is invisible and unseen and infinite. And dreams are our daily reminder of that part of us. And you can call it our soul, for want of a better word. And that's why they're so precious and important, because I think we live in a world today where people are often losing connection with their soul, their inner world, and that is the root of all problems.
Yeah, and I think the inner world is so important because remember, everything begins from the inside out. So if you don't harvest all these gifts that we all have, how can you function really in the real world?
But at the end of the day, whatever happens outside of you, externally, in your career, your relationships, the outside world, that is all really outside of your control in many ways. It can vanish in an instant, and everyone who's been bereaved or had a job loss or health difficulties knows that. However, the inner world, that's yours. You are king or queen there. That's where you have choice. That's where you can set the tone. And that really, at the end of the day, is your essence, who you really are. And not getting in touch with that essence is the cause of feelings of emptiness, lack of meaning and purpose, addiction, loss of hope. And I think dream work is the best way to remind you of this inner world. And you're right, your inner inside-out perspective is key to a happy, meaningful life. Many of us try to get our happiness outside in, and it's getting that balance back to understanding that, yes, we have lessons in the world. The world around us is here to teach us, to learn and grow, but we need to balance it with our inner world and what's going on there.
Why do you think people around the world there's a lot of individuals who are not happy? What's the reason for unhappiness in individuals?
Well, I'm going to say they don't recall their dreams enough and write them down and think about it. As I said, it's trying to get happiness outside of you. And that can only last for a certain amount of time, because you are a reed blown in the wind when your happiness your validation comes externally. You need to find your happiness within yourself first. And that starts with self-understanding, which will hopefully lead to self-care, and then the holy grail, self-love, but not in a narcissistic way, in a really healthy, healing way, so that what is within you attracts what is outside of you, because we are all energy, and our thoughts and our feelings and our dreams are part of that energy. And that's why dream work is a really powerful manifesting tool, actually, because if you can start incubating dreams, that's before you go to sleep, sort of setting the tone for your dreams and what you want to dream about, what you're doing is you're shifting your unconscious world. Why does that matter? It matters because our unconscious beliefs are the true manifestors in our lives, not the beliefs we tell ourselves or our affirmations. These are things, there's no point doing an affirmation if deep down, at a deep level, you don't really believe that you are worthy or enough. And the wonderful things about dreams is they shine a nightlight on your mindset, your unconscious beliefs, what you truly believe about yourself and your life. And most of us really find that a bit alarming, because we find a lot of things there that we're not entirely comfortable with. But it's really important to understand those unconscious beliefs we had, because then we can work on them at a deep level, start doing some healing and understanding and having compassion. And when those unconscious shifts happens, that is when magic starts to happen in the outside world, not doing it through endless meditation or affirmations. You need to do the deep down unconscious work. Dreamscaping, dream work can help you do that.
And you're totally right, Theresa. You know, the dream work is almost like setting an intention, but visually you're seeing it. And I use that with clients when I coach them. I said, see yourself as already doing it. And I just had a great text moments ago before I got here. One of my clients, he's an actor, producer, and he was trying to get this role in Italy. And I said, when you put yourself on tape, visualize you've already done it, that you got the part. So he texted me this morning, he got the role. They're flying him to Italy. He was so excited. I go, yes. But
that is amazing.
I think it's the intent you're seeing with a dream, because, you know, dreams are so vivid sometimes. And I think that can correlate into connecting them really even stronger for intention.
Absolutely. Dreams show you your current mindset and what you truly believe about yourself. So focus on shifting the themes that you dream about, and you can do that, and you will see the world around you changing. And I love the idea of what you said about truly believing something. And most of us sort of play lip service to that. We don't truly believe we're capable.
If you truly believe, you will receive. And that's
truly believe it before you see it. I know this is age-old wisdom, isn't it?
Absolutely.
But it's currently so current, isn't it, on the online world and manifesting, sweeping the world again. It's quite wonderful to see, because people are awakening to their own inner power. And what I've found is that people who are skeptical about it, dream work is a great way in, because they still dream and they still want to know the meanings of those dreams. And I always say to people who are skeptical, bring me 10 or so of your dreams and let's talk about them and you. And I'm telling you, after we have a conversation about their dreams, they are not skeptical anymore. They realize that the analysis is spot on, and it encourages them to want to find more about what's going on within them and who they really are, their essence, their spark.
Do people dream in color or black and white? What's the most, if you had to make a 50-50?
Most of us dream in color. I think the great majority of us do, but some people dream in black and white, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Everyone's different. The black and white dreamers, maybe in their waking life, they are more straightforward, and, you know, they are more opinionated. I don't know if there's a correlation for that. There haven't been studies done on it, but I do know that it doesn't really matter. The important things with dreams for me is the emotion of the dream and the symbols of the dream. Those is what I seize on. and I encourage dreamers to seize on. Because sometimes when we dream, we get dream overcrowding. There's so much happening because our dreaming mind has got so much it wants to say. It's spent years storing up all this knowledge. It bombards us. And I say to people, if that happens, just pick 2 or 3 symbols or themes or stories or emotions and focus on brainstorming, decoding them. And again, another tip is please think symbolically. The overwhelming majority of our dreams are symbolic. The dreaming mind speaks in the language of an artist or a poet through symbols, metaphors, associations. And once you understand that and start applying sort of like literary criticism techniques, I studied literature extensively, to your dreams, you realize that every night you're being treated to a night poem, a night work of art, and the best of all, it's all about you. You are the star. This is a poem dedicated to you to try and help you grow. Dreams are created for you, by you, to help you learn and grow.
If you had a big wish for humanity, what would that wish be?
To awaken to the power of their own dreams. Just to connect to their dreams. Start with dream recall. I'd love dream recall, and I'm actually working towards that at the moment over here in the UK, starting to do workshops with children in schools to just let them lose the fear of the dark. A lot of us have this innate fear of darkness at night time and then fear of nightmares. But when I start talking to children about nightmares and their dreams and how to understand them, they start get excited about going to sleep and closing their eyes and connecting with who they truly are from the inside out. I would love to see that happen. That's on a personal basis. Of course, on a global basis, I'm going to sound very Miss World here and say world peace. we all want that, don't we? We all want that. But dream work, I'd love schools to have more dedicated classes to meditation, dream work, and paying much more attention to life skills like that, because life is tough. And if you haven't got inner power, a sense of inner meaning, you really are in dangerous territory, because you need that inner strength when life sends problems your way, and it will. Life is difficult. Life is not always that easy, and it's for a reason. It's to challenge us outside our comfort zone. But if you've got that stable connection to yourself and a self-awareness and self-love, you really have a head start. And sadly, too many children are not given that. They're all focused on externals, learning, knowledge. But knowledge isn't enough. We need experience.
Absolutely. Well, I am so thrilled, and I love your book. I'm looking at it every night now. I've been looking at the book, and all your books are available Amazon, Barnes and Noble, everywhere. And do you have any events coming up in the UK?
Well, I do a lot of media in the UK on BBC Radio, sometimes on This Morning, doing the phone-ins about dream power. But big event coming up is Olympia Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, which is kind of like every year, it's kind of iconic. Olympia gives itself over for 3 days to mind, body and soul, which I love. And I'm very privileged to be offered.
That's right. It's coming up. I've done it before.
Have you?
It's
Did
brilliant.
you enjoy it?
I loved it in that big hall. It was is it at the Royal Coats Hall it used to be?
I don't know the names. It's Kensington Olympia.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, I saw that. That's coming up. What date is that?
That is April the 26th.
April 26th.
No, May the 26th.
May 26th. I was going to say yes.
Yes, May the 26th.
May 26th. So don't miss it. And you wanna keep going on that, and people can go on your Instagram at the Theresa Cheung or theresacheung.com and
Absolutely.
Look you up. And I thank you so much. It was so wonderful to spend this time with you. It was so impactful and informative. And I look forward to seeing you in London very soon.
I can't wait. I heard that you're traveling to London, and what a joy, because I live close to London. So I would love to meet up with you and talk angels and dreams.
Absolutely. Thank you, Theresa. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Gary.
I'm Gary Quinn. Thank you for this wonderful show. Until next time, be well.